21. The Officers and EPs Clubhouses, your home away from home. Hey everyone, let's talk about a perk that makes military life a little more enjoyable. The Officers and Enlisted Personnel's EP Clubhouses. These aren't just buildings. They're social hubs where you can relax, unwind, and connect with your fellow soldiers. Your off-duty oasis. In the Philippine military, the Officers and EPs Clubhouses serve a similar purpose. They offer a space for officers and enlisted personnel to escape the stresses of duty and enjoy some well-deserved downtime. You can unwind with a game of billiards, catch a movie with friends, or simply enjoy a cold drink and good conversation. It's also a place to celebrate special occasions like birthdays, promotions, or unit milestones. Think of it as your own private club, a place where you can let your hair down and be yourself. A tradition of camaraderie and connection. Patronizing the Officers and EPs Clubhouses isn't just about having fun. It's about building relationships and fostering a sense of community within the military. It's a place where you can connect with your fellow soldiers on a personal level, share experiences, and build lasting friendships. 22. Ceremonies at holiday dinners, sharing festive cheer and camaraderie. Hey everyone, let's talk about a heartwarming tradition that brings a touch of home to our military holidays, ceremonies at holiday dinners. This isn't just about enjoying a festive meal. It's a chance for commanders to connect with their troops, show appreciation for their service, and foster a sense of camaraderie during special occasions. A feast for the soul. Imagine this, a bustling mess hall decorated for the holidays, tables laden with delicious food, and the commanding officer making their rounds, greeting soldiers, sharing jokes, and even serving up a plate or two. It's a scene that warms the heart and reminds us that even in the military, we're a family. A variety of traditions. In the Philippine military, holiday dinner ceremonies can take many forms. Some commanders might give a short speech, others might participate in a toast, and some might even roll up their sleeves and help serve the meal. It's a chance to break down the barriers of rank and create a more relaxed and festive atmosphere. A time for gratitude and connection. Holiday dinner ceremonies are more than just a meal. They're a way for commanders to show their gratitude for their troops' hard work and dedication. It's also a chance for soldiers to connect with their leaders on a more personal level, to share stories, and to build camaraderie. 23. Visiting the sick, a show of camaraderie and support. Alright, everyone, let's shift our focus to a tradition that emphasizes compassion and care for our fellow soldiers, visiting the sick. This isn't just a formality. It's a way to show our comrades that we're thinking of them, that we care about their well-being, and that we're there to support them in their time of need. A tradition of caring for our own. Imagine this, a soldier is hospitalized, feeling under the weather and far from home. Then, their comrades come to visit, bringing smiles, encouragement, and maybe even a few snacks. It's a small gesture, but one that can make a world of difference. In the Philippine military, visiting the sick is a way to uphold that same tradition of caring for our own. Whether it's a minor illness or a serious injury, we make an effort to visit our comrades in the hospital and offer our support. We might bring them snacks, magazines, or simply engage in conversation to lift their spirits. A show of support and respect. But visiting the sick is more than just a friendly gesture. It's a way to show respect for our fellow soldiers and acknowledge their sacrifices. It's a reminder that we're all in this together, and we've got each other's backs. So, the next time you hear that a comrade is in the hospital, take the time to visit them. It might seem like a small thing, but it can mean the world to someone who's feeling down and out. Your presence can lift their spirits, give them hope, and remind them that they're not alone in their fight for recovery. 24. Survivor assistance to bereaved family, supporting our own in times of loss. Let's address a difficult but important aspect of military life, survivor assistance to bereaved families. This isn't just about offering condolences. It's about providing practical and emotional support to the loved ones of our fallen comrades, ensuring they're not alone in their grief. A tradition of compassion and solidarity. Imagine this, a military family has just lost a loved one in the line of duty. They're overwhelmed with grief, struggling to cope with the loss, and unsure of what to do next. In this difficult time, The military steps in, offering a helping hand and a shoulder to lean on. In the Philippine military, survivor assistance is a way to uphold that tradition of compassion and solidarity. When a member of our military family passes away, an officer is designated to assist the bereaved family. This can include helping with funeral arrangements, providing information about benefits and entitlements, and simply offering a listening ear and emotional support. More than just a duty, survivor assistance isn't just a duty. It's a privilege. It's a chance to show our fallen comrades' families that their sacrifice is not forgotten, that we honor their loved ones' memory, and that we're here for them, no matter what. 25. I wish and I desire. The commanding officer's polite but powerful directives. All right, team, let's talk about a phrase that might sound like a suggestion, but actually carries the weight of a direct order. I wish or I desire. When your commanding officer uses these words, don't be fooled, they're not just expressing a preference. They're giving you a command in a more diplomatic way. The power of polite language. Think of it like a medieval king who might say, "It is my wish that you embark on a quest to slay the dragon." Instead of bluntly ordering, "Go kill the dragon," the language is more polite, but the intent is the same. In the military, commanding officers sometimes use I wish or I desire to convey a sense of respect and trust in their subordinates. It's a way of saying, I believe in your abilities, and I trust that you will carry out this task to the best of your ability. A command is a command, no matter how it's phrased. So, the next time you hear your commanding officer say, I wish or I desire, remember that it's not a request. It's a command. Treat it with the same respect and urgency you would give to any other order, and execute it to the best of your ability. 26. Place of honor. Right is right, and left is for the junior. All right, folks, let's dive into a simple yet important military courtesy, the place of honor. This isn't just about who gets the best seat. It's a sign of respect and deference that's been around for centuries. Right side, reserved for the senior. In the military, the place of honor is always on the right. This means when a junior officer or enlisted personnel walks, rides, or sits with a senior, they take their position on the left side. It's a subtle but meaningful gesture that acknowledges the senior's rank, experience, and authority. Think of the medieval knights, who would always position their most trusted and experienced warriors on their right flank during battles. This ensured that the leader's most vulnerable side was protected by their strongest allies, a sign of respect and deference. Similarly, in the military, positioning yourself to the left of a senior officer shows that you respect their position and are willing to defer to their judgment. It's a small act of courtesy that can go a long way in building trust and rapport. A tradition that transcends time. The tradition of the place of honor isn't just a military custom. It's a social norm that's been observed in many cultures throughout history. Even today, in many parts of the world, it's considered polite to offer the right side to your elders or superiors. So, the next time you're walking, riding, or sitting with a senior officer, remember the place of honor. Take your position on the left, and let your actions speak volumes about your respect and deference. It's a small but significant way to uphold military tradition and build positive relationships with your superiors. 27. Using sir, a small word with a big impact in military respect. Let's talk about a word that might seem simple, but holds a lot of weight in the military, sir. This isn't just a polite term. It's a sign of respect and professionalism that's deeply ingrained in our culture. Sir, the military's magic word. Think of sir as the military's version of a secret handshake. It's a way for junior officers to address their seniors and for all soldiers to address officers, regardless of their rank. It's a verbal salute that acknowledges the authority and experience of the person being addressed. The origins of sir, a journey through time. The use of sir as a term of respect dates back centuries, even millennia. In ancient Rome, the word sire was used to address emperors and other high-ranking officials. In medieval Europe, knights would address their lords as sire as a sign of loyalty and respect. Over time, the word evolved and became more widely used as a term of respect for men in positions of authority, eventually finding its way into military culture. When and how to use sir. In the military, sir is typically used in the following situations. 1. Addressing a senior officer. When speaking to a senior officer, Always address them as sir or ma'am, followed by their rank and last name if appropriate. 2. Making a report. When making a formal report to an officer, begin with sir, followed by your report. 3. Asking a question. When asking a question of an officer, start with sir or ma'am. 4. Responding to a question. When answering a question asked by an officer, conclude your response with sir or ma'am. A sign of respect and professionalism. Using sir is more than just a formality. It's a sign of respect for the chain of command and the professionalism that's expected of all military personnel. It's a small word that carries a big impact, conveying a sense of discipline, courtesy, and deference. So, the next time you interact with a senior officer, remember to use sir or ma'am. It's a simple gesture that can go a long way in establishing a positive and respectful relationship. 28. Rank has its privileges. RHIP. Earning respect and rewards in the military hierarchy. Let's talk about a phrase you'll hear a lot in the military. Rank has its privileges, or HIP for short. This isn't just about getting special treatment. It's about recognizing the responsibilities and achievements that come with rank. The perks of climbing the ladder. Let's be real, rank does have its perks. Senior officers often have access to better housing, preferred parking spots, and even dedicated staff. But remember, these privileges aren't just handed out for free. They're earned through years of hard work, dedication, and leadership. Rank doesn't make you invincible. Now, it's important to remember that rank doesn't make you invincible. In the heat of battle, a bullet doesn't care if you're a private or a general. Everyone is vulnerable, and everyone has a role to play. Rank is recognition and reward. So, why do we have a system of rank and privilege? It's not just about creating a hierarchy. It's about recognizing and rewarding those who have demonstrated the exceptional leadership and service. It's a way to motivate and incentivize individuals to strive for excellence and to take on greater responsibilities. Rank is everywhere. It's important to remember that rank and privilege aren't unique to the military. They exist in almost every organization, from corporations to universities to religious institutions. It's a natural part of human society, a way to structure and organize groups of people. 29. Rolling out the red carpet, welcoming new officers with open arms. Let's talk about a heartwarming tradition that makes the military feel like a family: the warm reception of newly joined officers. This isn't just about saying hello. It's about making newcomers feel welcome, supported, and ready to hit the ground running. A tradition of hospitality and support. Imagine this. You're a new officer arriving at your first assignment, feeling a bit nervous and out of place. But instead of being left to fend for yourself, you're greeted with open arms by your new colleagues. They offer you assistance, guidance, and a warm welcome into the unit. It's a gesture that goes a long way in boosting morale and building camaraderie, making a good first impression. Of course, it's not just up to the unit to make newcomers feel welcome. As a new officer, it's important to be proactive and engage with your colleagues. Attend unit events, introduce yourself, and show that you're eager to learn and contribute. So, whether you're a new officer or a seasoned veteran, remember the importance of welcoming new members into our military family. It's a tradition that strengthens our bonds, boosts morale, and ensures that everyone feels valued and supported. 30. Military seniority. Navigating the NCO ladder with respect and understanding. Let's discuss the hierarchy of enlisted personnel and how rank plays a role in our interactions. It's not just about who gives the orders. It's about recognizing the experience and expertise of our senior non-commissioned officers and NCOs. Officers versus enlisted, a clear distinction. First things first, officers, by virtue of their commissions, are senior to enlisted personnel. It's like the difference between a medieval knight and a foot soldier. Both serve a vital role, but the knight holds a higher position and authority. Within the enlisted ranks, we have a similar hierarchy based on rank and position. Senior NCOs, like the master sergeants and chief master sergeants, are like the seasoned veterans of a Roman legion, respected for their experience and leadership. Respecting the stripes, addressing NCOs properly. Just as we show respect to officers, it's important to address senior NCOs with the respect they deserve. Let's break down how to address different NCO ranks, Philippine Army and Air Force. Technical sergeants, tech pronounced tech. Master sergeant, senior master sergeant, chief master sergeant, master. Unsure of rank, go with the trusty sarge. Philippine Navy. Master chief petty officer, senior chief petty officer, chief petty officer, chief. All petty officers, traditionally also called chief. Philippine Marine Corps. Company gunnery sergeant, equivalent to operation sergeant, gunny. Technical sergeants, sometimes called top, but this is discouraged to reserve the title for higher-ranking NCOs. Across all services. Staff sergeants and sergeants, sergeant or, informally, sarge. Addressing junior enlisted personnel, a touch of camaraderie. When it comes to junior enlisted personnel privates first class, you can usually address them as private. In a more informal setting, you might even use warrior or trooper for Marines. Using first names and nicknames, a matter of seniority. You can usually address your peers and subordinates by their first names, but never do this with your seniors. It's a bit like how medieval squires would address each other by name, but always address their knight with a title. For informal nicknames, it's common to use the first two syllables of a soldier's last name, for example, espo for esposo. But remember, this is only for seniors addressing juniors or between peers. Avoid using last names directly, as it can sound harsh. Understanding these nuances of military seniority and etiquette is key to building strong relationships, fostering respect, and maintaining a cohesive team. So, pay attention to those stripes and ranks, folks. It's not just about hierarchy. It's about acknowledging the experience and leadership that make our military strong. 31. Honoring the fallen. Military traditions for grieving and support. Let's address a somber, an important aspect of military life, dealing with the loss of a comrade or family member. In the military, we have specific customs to honor the deceased and support their loved ones during these difficult times. Supporting grieving families, a duty and a privilege. When an officer or enlisted personnel passes away, their commander takes immediate action to offer support to the grieving family. For officers, another officer is assigned to help the family with funeral arrangements, benefits, and any other needs they may have. A letter of condolence is also sent on behalf of the unit, along with flowers from the officers and their spouses. For enlisted personnel, the immediate commander writes a letter of condolence to the nearest relative, and flowers are sent on behalf of the unit. Officers and soldiers of the deceased's unit are encouraged to attend the funeral if their duties allow. A shared loss, a shared grief. In the military, we're a family. When one of us falls, we all feel the loss. These traditions of support and remembrance are a way for us to come together, honor the deceased, and provide comfort to their loved ones. 32. Unit parties, sharing fun and camaraderie with the troops. All right, team, let's talk about another way officers can connect with their enlisted personnel, attending unit parties. This isn't just about having a good time. It's about showing your support, building camaraderie, and fostering a positive atmosphere within the unit. More than just a party. Think of unit parties as a military version of a medieval feast, where lords and ladies would mingle with their knights and soldiers, sharing food, drink, and laughter. It's a chance to break down the barriers of rank and build stronger relationships. In the Philippine military, these events are typically sponsored by the enlisted personnel, and officers are invited to attend in their official capacity. It's a chance to show your appreciation for the hard work and dedication of your troops, and to let loose a little bit in a social setting. A few tips for navigating unit parties. Now, while unit parties are meant to be fun and relaxed, there are a few things to keep in mind. 1. Special occasions only. Officers are usually only invited to special events, like holiday parties, unit anniversaries, or farewell gatherings. Think of the Roman legions who would hold feasts to celebrate victories or honor their gods. These weren't everyday occurrences, but rather special occasions that brought everyone together. 2. Representing your rank. Even though you're off duty, remember that you're still an officer. Your behavior should be professional and respectful. Think of the samurai code of Bushido, which emphasized honor, loyalty, and self-discipline, even in social settings. 3. Moderate drinking. If alcohol is being served, it's acceptable for officers to partake, but do so in moderation. If you prefer not to drink, simply ask for a non-alcoholic beverage, no explanation needed. Just like the British Navy's taught time, where sailors were given a daily ration of rum, it's important to enjoy yourself responsibly. 4. Leave at the right time. After the senior officer has left, it's customary for other officers to follow suit, leaving the enlisted personnel to enjoy the rest of the party. Think of it like a roll ball, where guests would gradually depart after the king or queen had retired for the evening. 33. The privilege of being first to choose. In the military, seniority often dictates who gets first dibs. Think of choosing barracks, selecting a mode of transportation, or even deciding who gets the last slice of pizza at the mess hall. Just like the ancient Roman legions, where centurions had the privilege of choosing their preferred battle positions, based on their experience and rank, the senior officer gets the first pick in many situations. It's a system that acknowledges experience and leadership,